Good afternoon, students. So this will be video 4. So we will see. Yesterday we have dealt about the mechanism of sight. So next is a small topic of accommodation. Okay, so it is the focusing of the lens. So how do the images are accommodated through the vision? So that's what we are going to see. Accommodation means how everything is kept intact. Okay, so how it is accommodated. So when you see everything, when you look at things, you can actually look at all the things, right? So your eyes is focusing everything. So if you are sitting in a park, will you see only one side of the park, right? Or if you're sitting at your home, will you see just one side of your home? No. But when you just turn your eyeballs itself, you will get the vision. So you might see one side if you are having any vision problem. Otherwise, normally, when you sit here and just turn your eyes at the sides itself, you would be able to see all the images that are around. Okay. So yeah, so talking about the accommodation. So what it is the focusing of the lens. So what helps actually? So the images are focused by the lens for near vision. Okay, so it brings near the objects. Okay, so near objects whichever are there, we are able to see with the help of the lens. Ciliary muscles which are attached to the lens through suspensory ligament of lens contribute to the mechanism of accommodation. Okay, the contraction and relaxation of these muscles alter the focal length of the lens. So what do? So the lens actually focuses all the near objects. Next comes the function of the ciliary muscles. So we have seen that these ciliary muscles are attached to the lens. So already we have seen how lens ligaments are joined with the ciliary muscle. So this helps, or it also contributes to the mechanism of accommodation. So everything, though there are so many things, still your eyes can look at it. It can be focused on the lens. And for this, it is also the contribution of the ciliary muscle. The contraction and relaxation of these muscles alter the focal length of the lens. So what happens? This ciliary muscles will be contracting and relaxing, contracting and relaxing. So that mechanism of the muscle helps to alter or change the focal length. So even at a far object, you would be able to see things but not clearly. So all the adjustment is done by the ciliary muscle, and that is through the action of contraction and relaxation. Okay, and then relaxation of these muscles focuses the lens for distant vision. Okay, so we see that when the muscles get relaxed, they focus on the lens for the farther distance, that is for distant vision. Focusing the lens for distant vision is called paralysis of accommodation or cyclopegia. So when we focus the lens for distant vision, what is that called as? It is called as paralysis of accommodation or cyclopegia. Though your eyes will look far away, still you cannot see all things clearly unless you go close to that place. Okay, and that is called as paralysis of accommodation or cyclopegia. When you are sitting and when you can see things which are near to you, which are close to you, then it means that the adjustment of the ciliary muscle is happening properly. It is able to adjust with the focal length of the lens. But when the eye is not able to accommodate all the things which is at far away or at a distant, okay, or at a long distance, then what happens? The accommodation of the lens fails to function. So then it is called as paralysis of accommodation or cyclopegia, and this is a normal mechanism. Okay, so even this accommodation you should write under mechanism of sight. It is the continuation of mechanism of sight. Okay, so yesterday we have seen about the 6 points of mechanism of sight, and after that you should be able to write about the accommodation. Next you have diseases of the eye. So when we say diseases of the eye, you have myopia, you have hypometropia, presbyopia, glaucoma, color blindness, night blindness, cataract. Okay, so these are the various diseases of the eye, and you should know this. So you might get a question, okay, on the diseases of the eye, or any of this condition can be asked for 1 mark. Choose the correct answer or fill in the blanks. Okay, for your objective type it can be asked. So now we will see in detail what are the diseases of the eye. Myopia, short sight. Myopia is also called as short sight. This occurs due to an increase in the anterior-posterior diameter of the eyeball. So when there is a increase in the anterior, front, posterior, back diameter of the eyeball. So when the diameter of the eyeball increases anteriorly and posteriorly, then we call the condition to be myopia. So the image is formed in front of the retina. The patient can see the near objects without difficulty, but distant objects cannot be seen clearly. This is corrected by using concave lens. Okay, so when we say myopia, this occurs due to an increase in the anterior posterior diameter of the eyeball. So what is happening? The image is formed in the front of the retina. So yesterday we have seen how it enters into the cornea, right? And then it reaches to the retina. So image goes to the retina, but patient cannot see the near objects. Okay, they can see the near object, but they cannot see distant. So remember one thing, short sight, myopia is also called as short sight, but they cannot see distant objects or far away objects, or जो दूर में है, okay, they will not be able to see. For example, you are sitting in the class in the last bench, okay, and you are not able to see the blackboard writing. Teacher is using blackboard and she is green board, okay, and she is using the chalk paste to write it on the board, but you are not able to see. Okay, so it means that you have myopia. Okay, so when you are coming, okay, so far away, little far away also you are not able to look at the objects. Okay, so that is myopia. Okay, so your image is there in the retina, but near objects can be seen, distant or far away objects cannot be seen. This condition is called as myopia or short sightedness. Short sightedness means you are able to see things at short sight, but then long distant objects you are not able to visualize. Okay, so that is myopia. So for this you can use glasses will be given, and you should have concave lens. Okay, concave lens should be used. Next is hypermetropia. So when we say hypometropia, it is a long sight. Okay, so when we say long sight, this occurs due to a decrease in anterior posterior diameter of the eyeball. So the image falls behind the retina. The near objects cannot be seen clearly. This is corrected by convex lens. So just opposite to the myopia is the hypermetropia, which is long sight. So here people would be able to visualize things at long sight, but close sight, like reading of the book, when they read they cannot, but looking at a board they can see. Even though they are sitting at the last bench, they will be able to look at the writings that is done in the board, but they cannot look at the notebook, or when they are writing or when they are reading, or they won't be having good proper sight. Okay, so that is hypometropia. So this occurs due to a decrease. So what happens there? It is an increase in anterior posterior diameter of the eyeball, and here it is a decrease of the anterior posterior diameter of the eyeball. So because of this, what happens, the image, it falls behind the retina. There we saw that it falls in front of the retina, and here the image falls behind the retina, so the near objects cannot be seen clearly. This is corrected by using convex lens. So this too is just opposite. Okay, myopia, short-sightedness; hypometropia, you have long-sightedness, and the content is just the opposite. There it increases the diameter, here it decreases the diameter. The image falls in the front in myopia, the image falls back of the retina, and then we see there we have to use the there they will see short distance, but long distance vision is impaired. Here we see that the patient will have good long sight, but short sight will be impaired. There myopia, they have to use concave lenses for correction, and here they have to use convex lens for correction. Okay, next you have presbyopia. Presbyopia, it is a defect in accommodation. It occurs in old age due to loss of elasticity of the lens. Okay, so it is a defect in accommodation. So what do we do? Presbyopia, it is a defect in accommodation. So it actually leads to defect in accommodation. So we have already seen what is accommodation. It occurs in old age due to loss of elasticity of the lens. So what happens, though they see, still their vision is not proper. It can be either short or long. Okay, that is because of the old age wherein the elasticity of the lens has been lost, and that condition is called as presbyopia, and this is a defect in accommodation which usually happens because of old age, and that is again due to loss of elasticity of the lens. Next we will go to glaucoma. So when we say glaucoma, it is an increase in intraocular tension produced due to excessive collection of aqueous humor. Already we have studied this. Whenever there is an accumulation, okay, that is a stagnation or increase in the secretion of the aqueous humor, mainly it happens in the anterior chamber. Then it leads to pressure in the intraocular, right? We had seen that the pressure in the eyes increase, that is called as intraocular pressure increases, leading to glaucoma. So unless properly treated, it may lead to blindness due to retinal damage. Okay, so this aqueous humor is actually found in the retinal space. So when there is an increase or stagnation or accumulation that happens in the space, okay, what happens is it can increase the intraocular pressure, and it can lead to blindness due to retinal damage, because the retina of the eye gets affected. Okay, then you have color blindness. So in many of the film you would have seen people, and actually people do have color blindness. So when we see short videos that were posted in Facebook also, we have seen that how children or adults, they have received special glasses where after wearing that they are able to look at different colors. Before that they were color blindness, and once they remove the specs, again they become color blindness. Okay, so what is it? It is a defect of the retina which the patient cannot see one or more color. Sometimes they are totally color blind, or they will be color blind to one or few colors. Some patients are totally color blind and they see everything only in black and white. That's what I told you. Sometimes it is just few or one color, one or few colors, but sometimes Some people could be totally colorblind where they see everything in white and black. So when we have good eyesight, so we should be really thankful to God, right? See, so many problems. So some patients are partially colorblind and can see only a few colors. So they can be like partially colorblind, or they can just see only few colors. So mainly which is responsible? It is the rods and cones, okay, the structure of the retina. So if there is a defect in the retina, then it affects the color seeing or color vision in an individual. So this is about color blindness. So it mainly happens because of the defect of the retina. Okay. Next you have night blindness. So some people, if you see, once it gets dark, they won't be able to look at things. Okay. So nyctalopia, so that is called as nyctalopia. So that is night blindness. Nyctalopia, it is the inability to see in dim light, and it is due to deficiency of vitamin A. Okay, it is the inability to see in dim light, and it is due to deficiency of vitamin A. Okay, so we have already studied this. You should have studied, right, in nutrition. Okay, so whenever there is a vitamin A deficiency, automatically it leads to night blindness in people. So what happens is, and there is a long, so because of the mechanism that has to happen, okay, so it doesn't happen, okay, and we see that in dim light they won't be able to see. So night blindness, once when it is dark, as well as just imagine if a person in the morning itself, when he goes to a darker room, okay, little dim, again he will have, difficulty in seeing, okay. So night blindness, when it is dark or in dim light, they wouldn't be able to look. Next you have cataract. It is very common, which happens at the old age. So what happens here? It is the opacity of the lens is termed as cataract. It is caused by degenerative changes in the cells of the lens. Okay, so opacity of the lens is termed as cataract. It is caused by degenerative changes in the cells of the lens. So what happens is, opacity means the light cannot pass through. So they won't be able to see things. So the surgical correction has to be done, so that the sheath that is formed over the lens, or the degenerative cells that are there on this lens, should be removed. So when you look at the patient's eye who are having cataract, old people who are having cataract, you will see a white color. You can make out very easily. So those are degenerative changes that has happened in the cells of the lens. Okay, degenerative changes that has happened in the lens. So that causes the opacity through which the light cannot pass. So their vision will be inhibited, or vision will be hindered. Okay, so in that case the surgery has to be done to remove this opacity. Okay, so myopia is short sight, hypometropia is the long sight, presbyopia, defect in accommodation, glaucoma, increased aqueous humor, and then color blindness due to the damage of the retina, night blindness, inability to see in dim light because of vitamin A deficiency, cataract, opacity of the lens is termed as cataract. Okay, and it is caused by degenerative changes in the lens, in the cells of the lens. Okay, so with this I am stopping. I am hoping your views are very less. Okay, so make sure you go through and study. So next class we will deal with ear. Okay, we will see ear in detail.